So once you have described your methodology in your thesis or in an article, you have to describe your results, which come generally from your statistical analysis. So in our case, we use structural equation modeling or regression modeling, and you present in the results section your results, the regression coefficients, and you only state if you accept or reject your hypothesis. We use, this is generally literature-based, the acceptance thresholds are P at 1% and P at 5%. So this is what you also learn in your statistical seminars. So we can see here, for example, for the first study about connected objects, we confirm all our hypotheses that actually are the typical UTA-U2 TAM variables. Hypothesis 1 and 2 have a highly significant at 1% level and positive impact on perceived usefulness. Social value also has a highly significant positive impact on perceived usefulness. Various privacy concerns have a highly significant negative impact on trust. And we can see then, respectively, usefulness has a highly significant positive impact on well-being, and trust also has a highly significant and positive impact on well-being, which subsequently has a highly significant positive impact on intention to use and word of mouth. And we can see also the moderators innovativeness and quantified self amplificate the impact. So the more I'm innovative, the more I measure my quantified self, the higher will be the impact of well-being on intention to use and on positive word of mouth. Here is the study of the scenario-based smart home study. So we can see here again, in line with all our hypotheses, that effort expectancy impacts positively performance expectancy, highly significant, positively, 0.58. We can see that actually well-being impact positively and significantly intention to use. We can see in line with hypothesis 3 that performance expectancy positively impacts well-being. We can see that trust positively impacts intention to use and significantly H4A. We can see that trust positively and significantly impacts well-being, in line with H4B, which we accept. And we can see that privacy concerns highly significantly negatively impact technology trust, and perceived technology security positively and significantly impacts technology trust. This is confirmed in our second study, the study with the real smart home usage, where actually we confirm most of our hypotheses. You can see here actually the regression coefficients. You can see, for example, performance effort expectancy positively impacts performance expectancy, but we see actually performance expectancy do not impact, in hypothesis 1, behavior intention to use, which is quite surprising, but I have an explanation for that. We can see that social influence positively impacts behavior intention to use. We can see, for example, that habits positively impacts behavior intention to use. Facilitating conditions do have no impact, so in contrast to hypothesis 6. Subjective well-being, again, positively and significantly impacts intention to use. Hedonist benefits impact positively subjective well-being, as in line with hypothesis 8, and so on and so on. So in the results section, you have to describe your results. And we can see also very important, very rarely done in research, behavior intention to use impacts real usage, which is one also of the most important hypotheses we have, or links we have suggested, that the more I intend to use a technology, the more I really will use it, and we see also again the importance of well-being. In terms of mediations, we see that actually the links are amplified through, for example, the links. For example, effort expectancy goes through performance expectancy on behavior intention to use. We see effort expectancy impacts positively performance expectancy, subjective well-being, intention to use. So through the mediations, the impact is amplified. So you see here clearly the causal chain. the moderations, we see that privacy concerns, there are differences in countries. In countries with high uncertainty avoidance, Germany and France, privacy concerns are significant negative impact on trust, whereas in countries with low uncertainty avoidance, such as China, there's no significance. Also, well-being is more important, more value in Western countries than in Eastern countries. As you can see, with higher regression coefficients and higher significance level. So you can see here actually the moderation. It makes sense to compare the results according to different countries, because actually the results are not the same according to the different countries. For the autonomous vehicles, again, we confirm a certain number of our hypotheses, and so the UT variables are mostly significant with the exception of social recognition. At the 1% level, you see also that privacy concerns have a negative impact. Perhaps this is interesting. Before driving, after driving an autonomous car, we see here there are actually different. The coefficients at the level 3 are quite stable. So effort expectancy, performance expectancy, the typical UT variables have a positive impact before driving, after driving. Also, the typical privacy concerns or risks have a negative effect before and after driving. What we can see here in our longitudinal study, between before driving 3, after driving level 3, after driving level 5, you see actually that the risks continuously and significantly increase from level before driving 3 and after driving 3 and after driving 5. The privacy concerns actually do decrease because actually people perceive that data is not so sensitive, and so there's a decrease of risks according to the different levels of driving between 3 and 5. You can also see that actually, technology trust increases until level 3 and decreases after driving level 5. So, showing that people are not really ready to drive fully autonomous cars. Also, you can see that the well-being is decreasing continuously until level 3 and is decreasing after level 5. And this is the same for behavioral intention to use. So behavioral intention to use increases until level 3 and decreases after level 5. This is valid also for the traditional UT variable, ease of use, and performance expectancy. For the chatbot acceptance, we see that actually the service quality factors are positively and significantly impacting perceived usefulness, but also perceived ease of use, subsequently also trust, and subsequently intention to reuse the chatbot. So we see that actually the introduction of the self-call model makes sense because it really enhances our knowledge about chatbot acceptance, and so we can see here really that it works. We can see the same for the service robot study. Actually, the traditional UT variables are supported with our hypothesis 1 to 5. We always see that well-being is highly relevant for technology acceptance, and it's also impacted by factors such as performance expectancy in the model. Trust is highly important for well-being. Trust is highly important for intention to use, and the self-call variables are highly important to perceive higher performance expectancy, but also trust. We see that ethical concerns are not significant, so we reject this hypothesis in contrast to what we expect. Privacy concerns also do not impact trust. Again, this might be related to this so-called Facebook phenomenon where people actually say, okay, I don't want to disclose information, but finally they do it. They're actually, by using a technology, they become less sensitive to the disclosure of the information. And finally, the delivery drones, the results indicating actually also confirming the hypothesis about the UT model, impacting well-being. Again, we see well-being as a central concept in our model. we see here the perceived risks, negatively impacts well-being and trust. So we actually confirm in line with our hypothesis and literature that most our hypotheses are significant impact well-being as a mediating variable, and subsequently well-being highly significantly and positively impacts behavioral intention to use.